Hello and welcome. I got some really cool stuff to go through. I've been taking screenshots from YouTube videos, so I'll link those YouTube videos for these ones. And I'm gonna start with this. This is from a Dr. Robert Schoch presentation titled here on YouTube. I thought it was interesting. This with the seated, and then he's holding a staff, and then above him is the sun. I think that's what that usually is interpreted as. He's holding an ankh in the other hand. So just real quick, here's one of the videos. I can't turn this upside down. Maybe I can. I'll do it this way. Anubis. Somewhere else though. Say, what do I have it as? Something of Earth. Not shapes. No. One of them I have. It's like beings. Or maybe that's a playlist. Whatever, I'll just save it here. Sure. Okay. So, pardon me. Let's go there. Okay, all that just so we can do this. Okay. We got a person, maybe not even Anubis. He doesn't actually have distinct ears. I mean, kind of has potential ears. Like here. But it's definitely a little off. So maybe going back to this image, maybe it's even more like that. But he is seated with an arm out holding a staff, and then he's got feet down to here and here maybe, or just here. I interpret it as like to here maybe, and then he's seated on the flame that is going across northern South America, whatever that was. Okay, so that's why I took that screenshot, because it made me think of that. Maybe that's real quick, just for, is there an ankh? This is the hand holding the staff. I don't even see really a second hand unless there's two hands. Maybe that has some kind of ankh characteristic. I don't see any. Anyway, I don't want to get distracted on that. Anyway, point is, I found this of interest. He was suggesting the sun effectively caused the apocalypse of the ancient civilization that is discussed in, I don't know if he said apocalypse, but the collapse of the ancient civilization. Randall Carlson interprets the cause to be a comet, and as do many people. And Robert Schoch is proposing the sun as the cause. And I thought it was interesting because it, to me, possibly pointed to the things that the Earth was doing as it was supernovaing, as it was expanding, which was a fractal supernova on a planetary scale, which is effectively like a nuclear fusion with the injection of energy from space. I guess it's nuclear fusion rather than radioactive decay. Like growing versus shrinking, dropping to a lower energy versus dropping to a high energy, or raising to a high. But I think there's a lot of potential for things he points to being the effects of the Earth's expansion process. Okay, I really don't want to take too long, so I came across this video by Wandering Wolf called Mystery Rocks of Saskatchewan, and this was a couple days ago that I watched it, but I thought I'd just talk about it here real quick. Just because effectively my interpretation is that the water etched these blocks and that they're natural, as crazy as that is as we go through them. There's just all sorts of nuance. This maybe has some teeth. Oh, that's pretty distinct for like some kind of maybe even effect coming out off of certain boundaries. It points to water erosion is my point, I guess. The number of these structures along this even looks like it goes that way. There's all these ribs along it. That over there looks the layering within the stones. The way this is suggests that it was shaped and etched by. So that reminds me of something Jerome Lessman said in one of Nick Zentner's videos that really like rung a bell. He said drumlins are either formed by deposition, where they're like having stuff deposited, or they're formed by erosion, where they're being eroded from some bedrock. My thought is it's both is what's happening. That's what's happening with Shaligrams. That's what's happening here is both deposition and erosion are simultaneously happening, or maybe not simultaneous, but in like rapid succession, or it vibrates between one or the other. Depending on if there's like inflow or outflow of the water. Inflow maybe leads to deposition as the water becomes more bulky and stagnant and able to deposit, whereas outflow leads to just like carving of the depositions. Let's just go through these real quick. Like, it looks like a seashell. We can even see shapes along here. I think there's a little, like it goes like that around it. Incredible. This place is incredible. Split off with a sharp end, kind of like this kind of shape. Oh, it's not split off, but it even is split off, like where it wraps around, maybe. The top layer, like if it had split over here, I I guess it would have carried the layers, but some kind of like node there maybe that formed. Very cool. So this is probably what most is suggestive of man-made. These, I feel, are just eddies that were forming, that were etching in. And, like, this is very common shape for current flows. So I guess, like, it deposited just a lot in this location here, but around it, it was, like, less deposity. Like, it was more etching, less depositing. Like, this maybe was more like a nucleus, like the eye of the storm that could build up more. Where out here it couldn't build up as much, so it was more blocky, more like spread out. Although I don't know what's underneath, but just something of that nature where this location prevented flow through it because it was like a center. Although like then it was etched after it built up. At some point, like the dams broke where it became etched. I don't know exactly why I would like sequentially do this. I'm just kind of moving past this to Shaligrams. We're gonna get to some really good pictures, is why. Like down here, we can see clear signs of water erosion underneath. So I mean, even if it's man-made, it shows that a flood occurred and eroded underneath it. But I like like in here, let's get underneath though. This seems to happen more frequently the more since I noticed it, where there's like like over here. Which is way more defined as like a straight line, and then this. I mean, this one's a positive, where in this case it's an indentation negative form, but it still happens. Lots of erosion evidence. This is interesting here. But really, it's still in line with this. So it could be related to like the width of this current. Like it then breaks through here, and then it erodes around here, but it like continues to erode straight this way, and then just kind of bend, splash off, but like actually erode into it. Like the way it's layered, really suggestive that this whole thing was just deposited and then etched. Deposited and then etched. There's so many, like, what? It's almost like Earth. Like all of the continents were together and water was flowing down channels between them that got deeper and down to like the roots until it could like, and magma, until it could push out the pressure and like blow up this single unit. Earth is flat. I'm just kidding. Just kidding, guys. Don't be like, wait, does he believe the Earth is flat? I don't believe the Earth is flat, although I do believe that a Riemann sphere projection of the Earth, of the sphere Earth onto a flat projection, is probably a useful aspect of reality to like incorporate some reason. I don't know why exactly. It just looks like water bursting through at the seams. In this case, in such a fractal way that it is much more like pixelated. It's crazy. Okay, but now we're going to look at other things that are going to make it much more clear that this is possible for the Earth to have done. Okay. Alright, we're on a decent pace, I guess. Okay, so now we're going to look at some Shaligrams, because I came across these. I don't know how good these images are. Let me maybe move me up here, I guess. But we can see a real big ammonite. I just like a screenshot, screenshot, screenshot. Little smiley face grin back there. Okay. I mean, it's just huge. Huge. I couldn't tell. It looked like there might be chakras right there. Hard to say without. I mean, that was about as good of an image as I could get of it. Oh, no. Definitely chakras there. Wait a minute. Wait, gosh darn a minute. Oh my god. If you notice, like this one here and this one here are like they have a center that is not here. Not here. But like going inward, down, down. Like they have a, say, drainage point into this ammonite structure that is like opposite to this chakra down like there. Like there's an opposite that then actually goes to the center. It's definitely off center. It is definitely off center. I'm not even sure if it formed like another. It might have just formed off center. Maybe it's center with this one. This really doesn't look like it though. It looks kind of center with this one. This has side, but not really this side. This side's center looks. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Let's see. Definitely is up. My thought is that this is the top. It's getting fueled Or is it the top? I'm thinking it's the top, and it's getting fueled from the bottom. That I guess, like, the whole weight of it all, and, like, coupled with the ammonite forming this large, begins to push the material up top, maybe, which then really, like, forms a connection from, like, the top itself through a chakra to this ammonite, through another chakra into there, that then fuels into here and spirals this outward and makes it as large as it became. Maybe. Or maybe that is, like, part of what happened, is it started forming here, but it, like, literally, the ammonite structure, like, weighed down and just bowed out from, because, like, maybe it came in there. My thought is it formed after the ammonite structure was forming. This was, like, draining with so much pressure because of just how much is up here, that it literally applied enough pressure into the system below to create a chakra system and another ammonite spiral. I feel like that's possible. Not the best picture, a big one, but not the best picture. I think we get some decent shots in there at some point. Look how big those ribs are. Something. I believe it's pretty flat and the top is visible. I think I got the top even, like, up there. Something going on there. That's interesting. It's hard to say without really being able to look at it closer. Something going on over there. Oh my god. Looks much more chipped at the boundaries than, like, etched smoothly. Up here, at least. That's nice looking. Looks very... I don't know what to make of it. Like, it's early in the process of forming the more dendritic thing. Maybe it shows some early stage of the process. But I'm not even sure if it has, like, it probably has a piece missing. This was interesting. Tiny chakra. Like, right there. And then there's an ammonite there. Maybe one there. Something going on there. This one's real cool. Another ammonite structure. Chakras. Like, whoa. I guess this is, like, the blobs that are, like, gold blobs in color. Whoa. Looks like a dragon. Or something. Okay. Just abnormal there, and then Some more straight lines like we just saw, actually. That's probably a good example for what we just saw at Saskatchewan. That it can happen naturally. This one I just took a picture of, I don't know. Lots of little features. I don't think there was much to... Okay, that was the last of this one. Okay, now we're gonna get to the Shaligrams. I just took a bunch of pictures from India. These little backstory. Were just delivered to Ayodhya, I guess. Here from the Kaligandaki River up here, I'm not sure exactly where. Here is Damodar Kund, and these two rocks were delivered to this location where there's a temple for Lord Ram being built, and they're going to be etched to build statues of Lord Ram and someone else. So I just took a bunch of pictures. I tried to find good pictures of these, like, wait, big Shaligrams? What are their Shaligram features on it? I found this interesting right here. These are from India today and all over the place, honestly, on these ones. The pictures are pretty blurry, most of them. This looked like maybe some teeth down here. That's the kind of thing I was looking for, anything that might have features. My thought is like, what if they etch into this and find an opening? They're building the statue, etching the statue, and then they get to like some location, and there's just a Shaligram structure, an ammonite structure. Like these, I thought kind of look like dendrites. It's so hard to tell. That look kind of like potentially a tooth type spot. Certainly nothing as pronounced. This one right here looks pretty interesting in other places. Like in this area, it's hard to say. I think I have a better picture of this area. Maybe there as well. Let's see if I can find any pictures. Here, right here, it looks like multiple teeth. This one looked like it was like wrapped in them. It's got a heart for an eye. Possibly. I mean, it looks kind of right here like it has an ammonite shape and a chakra like this goes up. This looks like a shaligram. Like it looks like one at this angle. Let's see if we can find one. I'm thinking of one specific one, although I guess just generally like this. Oops. I mean, it's not etched in, but it has the general structure there, and maybe even a larger boundary. I think they're actual shaligrams. It's very hard to see the images. Again, we can kind of see those. Hard to say what's going on here. Again, if I can find another picture of that. I think that was one of them. I think this might have been one of them. If it is, that looks like shaligram features. Little pores. I guess like this one. Actually, yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. Hopefully I don't want to pull one up every time. But like rows of openings like that. Like that kind of reminds me of it. Okay, this is from the channel Annie. Oh. Let me move out of the thing's way, so not much to see on that image anyway. I don't know what to make of it. Like, in terms of the rock, the shaligram looks like possible teeth segment there. Like it would be, these would be something of this nature. Like a broken chunk of a larger structure that is now these chunks. And contains within it some like teeth for structures across it and other features because it had space. It's kind of like this. Like it's not just not filling in the detail. It's filling in the detail like down to the smallest point where there's the same general thing happening where they're branching out and okay, let's keep going. Keep going. Not sure I see anything there. Not sure I see anything there. I mean, I see some interesting things, but in terms of like defined shaligram features, maybe the spots, it's hard to say what's even part of the rock in those ways. India TV for these. That look kind of shaligram like. I don't know if that's odd, but like a chakra. This here. Above a fracture point. Not much from this one. Maybe like that. Okay. That's that. Now. Last one. Coolest of them all. I started looking for Damodar. Cooned. Actually, did I put these in the wrong one? Some more. So there we can definitely see some shaligram type features. Okay, last one. I didn't know what to make of it, but maybe. Oh my god. Okay. Now. I checked out Damodar Coon, so that's this place. Over here. Which is itself a shaligram. 3 of them are 3 ammonite shapes visible right there. And this is where shaligrams are thought to originate. I'm not sure if that's the totality of it, because I see over here similar structures. So it's probably just generally here and comes out this way. And ends up in the river. The Kaligandaki River. Okay. So I decided, let me check out YouTube, see if there's any videos. This one, I just thought I was trying to capture this here. Like a chakra and then a spiraling layers down, even down here. Even down here. And then down here it's got these little like I didn't even notice all that detail. Holy crap. It even goes here. Oh my god, the little ridges. Like little drumlins. Like little drumlins. Pa-rum bum bum bum. Little spots. Okay, so then I came across this video. Wow, the footage. A like 5 or 6 day trip. This one is this one from Adi Vasant. Oh my god. So this I found interesting. Just noted this, like, whoa. That looks like it goes up high, and I'm just thinking about like approaching a chakra and it having some like steep slope. There's definitely like regular fractures in here. I didn't see anything particular that like especially caught my attention, but I thought it was just an interesting location. Certainly signs, but I don't know what to make of it without a bigger picture. Like maybe there's a chakra there, but that's like related to this, that it like spirals around and then down. I don't see that going on leading up to it. Oh my god. I was even thinking about this as like a tooth. Like, could that play into how teeth are forming? This is interesting. Or even a tooth there. In some huge structure that is like, we're standing in a Shaligram now kind of situation. Like, it's certainly going on. I'm just not sure where is like the iterative fundamental particle example of it. This is like a 6-day hike or trip, including hiking, that this guy does with his friend. I assume, I don't know, I can't tell what they're saying. But this is day 1, I believe, at this lake. And already we're seeing signs. I mean, let's just keep going. The Doomba Lake. Looked like an epic journey, holy shit. What? This is... I had to go back and take a picture of this. I don't know where this is. It's on en route. I don't know where, but you can check out the video. It just was so sick with the like Shaligram spiral layers behind it. Like, that's my interpretation of why they'd be like that. And then like literally right behind he's not looking at it, he's like, you look at it. Again, here's some interesting features. Just the fact that it has these like eroded channels is how I see it. Like, these are channels that water went through more than the rest of the rock, in the same way as it doesn't just like stop it. It literally just keeps going in and erodes in subtle ways, but spaced in ways that allow the pressure to release or balance or be like, but it only can happen over like by having this etched, it doesn't relieve all of the pressure. It just relieves the pressure within a certain range around it, which is basically ends up being regularly spaced to a degree, and a function of how the currents are actually flowing. And they etched channels through this to the point where they did that and created like, whoa. something of that nature. I don't want to say that's like exactly what happened here. Pardon me. But like, what? Pardon me, sir. So cool. I'm not sure what to think of it in a Shaligram way. It reminds me of Utah. I mean, and in so doing, it means water erosion. Like, telltale signs thereof on a large scale. It's probably deposition and erosion in a similar way. Although in mountains, maybe there's more building and then erosion. Generally speaking, this. I wonder what that's like. This looks rounded. Anything that has like wraps around in any way, I'm kind of curious if there's any structures that look very chakra-like. I know I saw some cool stuff in here. We're just going through the pictures that I just was snapping it like right here. This slope on the side of this, maybe man-made, I guess, but I doubt it. I guess possibly. This here kind of reminded me like a fanning out fan in any fanning geological sense. And therefore, maybe a dendrite. Like maybe this reaches in through them, like through, and was fed through a channel in this here where it like came out. I don't know if there's, that would be really interesting. Like a channel in, okay. Maybe something over there. Over there. Just like arbitrarily mousing that, maybe too. So cool. I was getting excited at this point. I was like, dude, this video is gonna have some cool stuff. Still not the Damodar King, though. Whoa. Oh my god, could you imagine if that's just like a huge chunk of a shaligram? Like a dendrite. Like the way those marks are remind me of the marks on the foot of this there. That would be incredible if these are two huge dendrites of a sliver like this. It didn't occur to me whatsoever. It's way darker too. It looks more solid than the surroundings. And like a unit. Oh my god, I need to find this. Let's find it. We're finding it. I guess it's ads. Okay, we're right near it. Pardon me, pardon me. Oh my god. Like it looks like right there, centered on that. I gotta pull me up. Okay. Okay, centered on there. Let's just screenshot it too. I'd say so. The material's different. Like it doesn't look like it has really embedded stuff. Like all the bigger stuff got pushed out. Or at least that's how it looks. I don't know. We could get a little further over. It really does look like a lobe. A lobe. We've got ourselves a lobe. There it is. Possible, like, teeth-like order. Oh my god. Where can I hide? I gotta get smaller too. There we go. Oh my god. Right here, maybe it looks like. Possibly. I'd be picking up all these rocks. Shaligram? I don't know if I'd make it. Oh, look at the layers. Imagine if these are just layers in a shaligram. How big would that shaligram be? Oh my god. I'm just... Okay, let's see. Let's go back one more time. I think it was after this. Oh, shit. It's like divided by water. That would be crazy if this chunk was part of that. Which was part of a shaligram. I don't know how to see that again. Oh my god. What? There's a river there. How big is this? It really does have a lot of features. Dude. I gotta find a good one. Let's see. How does that compare? No. What could it compare better to? I feel like I've seen. It's got layers. Maybe it's more of a slice, like sideways. Maybe. Where did I put my... Let's get to that side. No? Oh. I'm thinking like similar to this stretch right there. With some dendritic features. Oh, what? Nope. This here. I talk about this in my 2 videos about this Shaligram here that are like 286 and 7 or 5. Okay, let's keep watching, or I guess keep going through these. So yeah, I would say there's a good chance that is a chunk of a huge Shaligram. Okay, let's keep going. I'll just took a picture of this in case anything popped out. Oh yeah, he was doing like new scene. I was like, screenshot, screenshots. Oh my god, that's incredible. It makes me think like that's how it's etching into the surface of the Shaligrams to create just the etching. Like, I don't know if this is the best example. Figures. All the etching that it has just like, but maybe it's happening in these ways. As if like between atoms even. This is also pretty interesting over there. It's got like waves. Like, whoa. Bunch of little ribs over here. Going up towards possibly something. I don't think there was anything else of it. These are man-made, I'm pretty sure. The openings. Incredible. I think I might have thought that one looked chakra-like, but nah. Oh, pardon me. I gotta finish these game. Day 5, I think it was 6 days. So this is the day before. Over here, like what? And then this. It looks kind of toothy. Rounded too. Oh my god, like what? Look how big it is next to this. Like that's a window that someone constructed in a hole in these to live in. And this is that thing. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I was trying to take maybe this image. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. This kind of looks like maybe up towards a chakra. Maybe this whole thing is a chakra. And it starts to go down. This I found interesting over here. Like what's going on there? Possibly etched by people, but I just thought it was interesting. That looked pretty chakra-like. Maybe that out there too. Like, what? I couldn't help but take this picture. Like, dude, they're in rings. Look at them, they're in rings. Like here, going up this way. Around this way. I mean, maybe not complete rings, but they're taking like. And then they're the white and black. I was like, what? It's pretty interesting just to see how they're positioning. I was wondering if there's something to the land. Whoa, we kind of see a hexagon there. They're like, dude, look at the land, dude. Dude, would you look at the land? What do you think we're standing here making crop circles for no reason? Look at the land, dude. It also has teeth on it, maybe. I don't know. Pardon me. Maybe that was a little not too Shaligrammy, but maybe it was. I don't know. Cool. Cool. Channel. Over here kind of reminded me of a Shaligram. Like the portion that is like exploded, fanning out. guess, like, but wrapping around, I don't know. It just gave me that feeling. I'm not saying it is. It's too far away to really tell what's happening. It's probably not, but it might point to some components of the process. Oh my god, just to think of it that way. Like, pretty sure I still saw some really good ones. For showing Shaligrams in the terrain. That looks kind of interesting. Maybe that goes like that. I don't know what's up with that. Then maybe it goes down and then down to that. Whoa, maybe. Oh my god. Maybe. Like this is a chakra that goes all the way out to here and then goes down. That would be so cool. Oh my god. And then goes like... I don't know. I don't know. This one kind of looked like a chakra too. Okay, now they're approaching. We got some... The way this kind of fanned out made me think maybe that something's going on there. It's interesting. Goes up and over, and then there's this. And then at this, or past it maybe, it goes this way for some reason. Also potential of chakra type stuff in places like that. Hard to say. That's interesting back there. That looks kind of like a chakra. Oh my god, it's so cool. I'm just thinking, like, what if it's like places like this are like really small chunks? It could be any fraction of a shaligram that like broke away from some structure that was forming in this region. Like, what is going on here? Like, there's a circle here that is ringed by these marks, like moons. Oh my god, what is up with this spot? Maybe I'm overreacting. That is so crazy. It goes all the way through it like that. Okay, we gotta find it again. Like it kind of looks like going down and going up. And this goes around. And this went around maybe. That would be crazy. I know the layers go this way across it, but huh. It really does have an appearance as, although, oh my god. Like what? What is up with this? It almost looks like a Sudarshan chakra and those kinds of things. Oh my god, with petals out here. This structure reaching out here with a chakra on the top. Oh my god. Did someone do that? Someone might have done that. How incredible that is. It's got tier, tier, tier. Like, I don't know. Let's go back to this video. Are there any signs on top of that mountain? It might be a temple. That might be a temple. Like right there might be a temple. But it only makes sense to put a temple on the chakra. Oh my god, this thing is incredible. I'm not even sure that there is a temple there, but if it is, it makes sense. Is that a temple there? Because that and that look a lot alike. I might have already had that open, pretty much, but... I mean, it looks like it could be, but it also looks like... kind of like, if I were to be looking at this, I'd be like, it looks like it could be in a lot of other places, so it's really hard to say. Whoa, it even looks like it has eyes. Ah, it has eyes. Holy shiznit. Whoa. What is this location? Watching videos like this, like, how do I, whoa. How do I find this ever again? Like, it's not happening. Back there. Whoa. Okay, okay. Okay, let's see what else I got. Okay, almost. It does kind of look like a temple on this side. I guess it's possible. I think I was trying to take a picture over there. No, it's too dark though. Damn it, Arkand. They made it. They made it. That looks like a chakra out there. The way the water froze. Oh my god. With this band here. Oh my god. This mountain in the background. What it is, what it be. This was interesting. It's in a, like, arcuate shape. Shaligram can do that. That happens in shaligrams. Oh my god. There's probably current flows that can be traced that like demonstrate why, like flowing down here over like down this way in here, but also like across it or something that then led to eddies swirling down in and creating an actual ammonite structure. I gotta get to bed. Fuck. Way late. Chakra. Little steps like down. It looks like dendrites almost. I don't know. It would be so cool if there were like mountains that looked like ammonite shapes. Like so defined that it was just clear. It's much more subtle in most of them. I'm sure there's like a better example than any I've noticed. Okay, we made it through all of those pictures. I think that added some more evidence, at least, towards that shaligrams are not actually made by shells of creatures becoming fossilized, but instead are fossils of current flows during the Earth's expansion process when the global flood occurred, and other characteristics, perhaps, that I do not understand, such as being literally of the body of Vishnu. I don't know. They do have, I mean, it does seem like they're literally atoms. So it's possible. Alright, I'm out of here. Have a good day, probably. I mean, you don't have to be up at 2 watching this just because I made it then. Alright, peace.